Early voting is now underway for California's general election, and voters will be seeing double when it comes to one race for the U.S. Senate. Two candidates, incumbent Senator Alex Padilla and his challenger Mark Moiser, will appear twice on the ballot. Once to complete Vice President Kamala Harris's term when she was left the Senate, and the other is for the full 6-year term. And joining us now is Republican candidate for the U.S. Senate, Mark Moiser. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, I have to tell you, I did a little research, and it looks like the last time that California had a Republican senator, and correct me if I'm wrong, was back in the 1980s. So with Pete Wilson. So how are you trying to break through?
1992 is when Wilson kind of stepped down, so we've had a 30-year gap there. The thing is, things are changing here in California. The woke progressive agenda has really gone so far that we are seeing demographics of voters across the state that are starting to look at, what their options are. So yes, for the last 30 years, it has been a one-party state, but we are noticing that independents are starting to trend a little bit more conservative. And we are also seeing that Hispanic Americans under the age of 50, that polling data is also showing that the issues of the economy, the issues of crime, the issues of school are causing people to reevaluate their voting preferences and to look at all options on the table.
And you're certainly no stranger to your opponent, Alex Padilla. You've run up against him again for Secretary of State. What makes you think that you'll be more successful this time?
It's the changing demographics of the state of California. California has always been, I'm a lover of history, and California has always been a very independent-minded population, and we've tended over the last 40 years to vote Democrat. But what we're seeing in the polling data is people are saying, you know what, this one-party rule has gone so far, we're not fixing the problems, crime is getting worse, the economy is getting worse, what is going on right now is not working. And so they are opening their eyes up to the opportunities, and I am that opportunity right now, giving them the option of how we can balance the budget, how we can be tougher on crime, how we can be true law and order, and take care of the needs of the community and put the people first.
Well, you and your opponent's policies both appear to fall pretty much along party lines. He's calling for reproductive freedom. You support the overturning of Roe v. Wade. You oppose the Inflation Reduction Act. Padilla voted for it, and we could go on and on. So to help our voters be clear-eyed about when they go into the ballot booth, what would be your top priority in terms of policy for Californians if you are elected and head to Washington?
My number one priority, and it comes from being a constitutional attorney who is one of the nation's leading COVID attorneys, fighting back against the bureaucracy, the unelected bureaucrats who were saying you're essential, you're not, your school has to be shut down. I am going to take that fight for people's constitutional rights. In America, we have the right of self-governance, and I'm going to take that fight to the U.S. Senate to rein in the unelected bureaucracy so that the people's representative can control. I'm also going to go in there and face the waste, fraud, and abuse. We cannot afford these trillion-dollar government spending programs for special interests while the American people are suffering.
Let me ask you about the border, because we're a border community. It's a big priority here in San Diego County. No real headway has been made in years when it comes to border policies or even immigration reform in Washington. How would you address that? And
that is the problem right there, is because every administration comes in and thinks that they get to have a policy where it's supposed to be the Congress and the Senate are supposed to pass the laws. The problem is Congress, the Senate, they've passed laws, and each administration comes in, oh, we're going to enforce the laws. No, we're not going to enforce the laws. And that just creates a lot of confusion and creates a lot of problems. We have, right now, our immigration policy is broken. I think everybody will admit that. Congress needs to tackle that. You do not tackle that from unelected bureaucrats saying we're going to enforce the laws or we're not going to enforce the laws.
So what would you suggest?
I think Congress has to come in. I think the number one thing that we have to deal with is work visas. I think that appears to be the number one problem, that if we could deal with the work visas of the people coming from the southern border who just want to come here and be able to work, if we could take care of that issue right there, I think from what I've been able to ascertain, 60, 70, 80% of the problems is going to be taken care of with just that one problem.
All right, Mark Moiser running for the U.S. Senate. Thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thanks for having me.